Perfect. Good. Going to share my screen so Valentina can see what I'm seeing. So I updated the Google Drive. You can see I put homeworks 1, 2, and 3 up there. Homework 1 was from the first session, the introductory one we had on June 11th, I think.
Okay, good. I'm not so good at Google Drive, so that's good to know now. I think I know now. I was
And
great.
homework number 2 was what we did on June 16th, which was a bunch of packets, which wasn't quite as organized as I hoped. But homework number 3 was more organized. That was what we did last Monday, and that was on these topics.
Okay.
Yeah, advanced math, geometry, and trig. We're going to talk about that today. So for our first half of our class today, we'll go over any questions you have about that. Whatever you guys did is great. Then reading and writing, got expression of ideas, which is transitions and rhetorical analysis. And the standard English convention was basically grammar. So we'll go over that. The answer keys are already provided as well. And I know I sent the homework, the Google form late, so you can fill out later. But the way I try to do it a little differently, and it took a while it's very clunky, but so I need to find maybe another way to do this. But the way you can go about this, oh geez, this is actually, hold on, this is, let me do this instead.
Do you want us to fill it out like later in the afternoon?
Yeah, you can do it later. Yeah, totally. Yeah, but here's how it's gonna look on your end. So on your end, it's gonna look like this. It'll be like plugging in problem set number 1, plug in problem set number 1, number 2, problem set, plugging in problem set 1, number 3, and so forth. And if you look at the homeworks, this is advanced math. It'll take a little while to open up. Mouse rotating sweet little time, isn't it? Let's try again. There we go. Yeah, so you see, like, that was the first question. Yeah, I think it's what I'm doing: Zoom, Google Drive, connected to a TV, and a PDF. So it's a lot going on right now.
I'm impressed.
It's all technology, just all seamless, right? But like, yeah, for this one here, you'll correct it. Yeah, I gave you the answer key. So when you correct, and the answer key is right here.
Right.
So you'll see. Yeah, here we go.
Nice.
So you see, okay, like number 1 is A. Okay.
There's the exclamation.
Yeah, number 2 is like D, number 3 is A. So first thing you'll want to do is correct it. After you correct it, and you have all the corrections on your sheet. Anything you left blank is totally fine. But then you're right, correct, incorrect, or blank. Correct, incorrect, blank. And I did as a grid. So that's for the first math packet. And I did it for the next one, geometry and trig. And then for the 2 reading and writing packets. I know you've been working on the reading and writing with girls at various times over the last few days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So, and they're labeled appropriately as well, depending on what topic it is. Yeah. So anyway, this is probably, I don't know, it's better than what I did last time, but it's still a little clunky, but at least I can get some data. So no worries if you didn't do it tonight. I know we don't have a full house tonight, but definitely do that next time, because next time is going to be our opportunity to look at data. That's what we want to do. We want to look at this data, and we want to look at your practice test. The practice test we're going to talk about in our second half of our class today. The second practice test you're going to do on the College Board website or the Blue Book app. And we're going to, well, not the whole test, obviously, but we'll like just burn a test. Probably we'll look at a PSAT exam. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go through a math module really fast, because I want to show you how the second math module looks. The reason I'm going to do the first math module fast, not to show off, but I want to get all the right answers and then open up the hard questions. And then we'll take our time, the second math module, to show you how to use a strategy for that. Because the first math module, I think you guys will be fine. There's a second one where it gets challenging. So I could probably do the first math module in probably about 4 or 5 minutes. We'll do it really fast. I know it'll be kind of fun. You'll see how I go rapid fire. And then we'll take our time with the second math module. And then maybe we could do something similar for reading and writing. But that's what I want to do in the second half, kind of like a dress rehearsal for the practice test. But for now.
And that'll all be on video as well.
Correct. I'm doing everything on video.
Recorded. Yeah.
All of the recorded. No, they're ready. Yep. I took I'm finally getting around to being more organized.
I'll be in.
We're just being more vigilant, I guess is a better way. Yeah, they're right here. You can click on right here. Yeah. Mhm. I'll probably put on my in YouTube as well. I'll put as a YouTube link or channel, not channel, playlist. So I'll put a link there. But at least these are the full videos. You can just click on and watch it. It's pretty easy.
Okay.
So yeah, but this is essentially the
Together ourselves too, if we have questions, we don't have
yeah,
Mr. E here to explain it, we, you know,
correct.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, if we look at this curriculum again, like our plan, just make sure we're on pace, right? Because it's our fourth meeting overall, but our third class technically. So we again had the introductory session on June 11th. That's not here. But on June 16th, we talked about craft and structure, which is like reading comprehension, information ideas, more reading. We talked about algebra and problem solving data analysis. Last we talked about grammar, standard English convention, same thing, expression of ideas, advanced math, geometry, and trig. And today we're reviewing. That's what we're doing. And homework would be a practice test. So that's what we're gonna do. And then we'll just look at data next week. That's kind of where we are.
Do we just like take it out?
Yeah, yeah.
So like for example, a lot of our houses I think aren't quiet, like for most of the time. So it's gonna be like come to Miss Meg's house just to like take it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, if that works, yeah. Yeah.
Would you guys want to be together taking it, or would that drive you crazy, or do you want to come one at a time?
Like more like separated in different areas, I feel like.
I mean, it's not a bad idea to take it together because that's what the real thing is.
Yeah. What's the
We'll talk
accommodation
about that.
being a different?
You get time and a half.
I get double time and I get a separate.
You get double time, you probably should do it 2 days.
Oh, I have to,
I think you get 2 days to do
and
it.
somebody.
I think you do.
Pretty.
For the okay. So you probably definitely want.
So should I do spank them?
I probably would.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They didn't.
they did.
Let's talk about it when we do the second
yeah.
half, like how that looks, because I've actually proctored it that way before for other students, so I know how that's supposed to go.
Oh, that'll be new for us. That'll
Yeah,
be great.
I think. What do you hear? Double time, 2 days. Yeah, you do get 2 days.
Okay.
Yeah, because they can't expect you to test for 5 hours.
Oh,
That'd be kind of crazy.
okay.
Yeah, because if you think about it, the SAT, this is with standard time, right?
Mhm.
2 hours and 24 minutes, including a 10-minute break. So that would be 5 hours for you. That's kind of.
32? Oh wait, what am I on?
Yeah,
35 and 32. 30, that's so little.
32, 32.
It used to be 3.5 hours, the old test when we took it a long time ago. Got all that stuff right. So yeah, it's so for standard time it's 2.5 hours. For time and a half, it's 3 hours and 45 minutes. For double time, it's 5 hours, and that's crazy. AP exams, you have no choice. You have to do it all in one day. It's a national
yeah.
test. You said you're there for 6-7 hours. Yeah, it's crazy. But for SAT, I believe they give you 2 days to do it. So so I would say like maybe do reading and write the first 2 modules, reading and writing on one day, and then the other one on another day. So you can break it up. But we'll talk about this.
Parts.
No, yeah, go ask, yeah, please. Yes.
Should I have this?
Yes, definitely. For the reading comprehension, yes. So what will happen? Will look like this. If we go here, actually no. Some materials. Practice test. Yeah, we'll talk about it really fast. We'll go over the questions. So on the computer screen, you'll see this, right? So then that's what Met could do, where anyone who's your reader, they'll just read this to you. And then, of course, read your choices, and then you make your answer. And you could, or if you don't need to read the whole thing, maybe parts of it, it's up to you. Sometimes some people don't need, like something like this, maybe they don't need a reader, but something like this here, yeah, I think a reader would be very helpful. Like number 7, because that's a little longer, right? And it's actually reading comprehension, asking for the main purpose of the passage. That's probably why you have the accommodation to get that. And you can even have for math too if you want. Like this math question, I mean, that's pretty easy. 4x plus 6 equals 18, right? Fine. But then when you get to something longer, like say something like this one here, yeah, then maybe a reader would help. So it's up to you, whatever you feel is helpful. Okay. So let's go over math right now. We'll do advanced math. Let me minimize that. I don't only see myself. So anyway, yeah, this is after 5 years of COVID. Just you learn how to do Zoom pretty well at this point.
Yeah, okay.
I can do it with my eyes closed. So yeah, so any questions on the math you guys want to talk about right now? This is the packet. It starts with plugging in, says set one. Any question you guys want to ask? Anything you're stuck on, or if you did
Yeah.
part of it, didn't finish, but you're looking at something like, I don't get it. Can you help? Remember, each set goes from easy to hard. First three are about easy. The next 4 or 5 are medium. The last three are hard. This one right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Let's do it right now. Okay. Valentina, feel free to type in the chat. Yeah, feel free to type in the chat or just speak up in your microphone if you have a question. Totally fine. If you prefer chat, it will pop up. I'll know you're chatting because it'll give me a notification.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
So root x equals y plus 3. X y positive integers. What is the value of y squared? Let's say x is 4.
You guys find out on yours now.
So are we there yet? Okay. So let's say x is 4. So then you have root 4 equals y plus 3. 2 equals y plus 3. So I made this up. You can make, I mean, of course, it said it had to be positive. So I get a positive. Now, why do you think I chose 4? How come I didn't choose like say 7 or 11 or 13 or 15? Yeah. I mean, you can square root any number, but mentally the root 4 is easy, right? That's just 2. So I made up a number, strategy, plug it in, right? And I get y equals -1, great. So now what's the question asking for? Y squared. What happens when I square -1? What do I get? I get 1. Now what I'm going to do is plug 4 in each choice because x is 4. I've committed to that. X is 4. Which one's going to equal 1? Definitely not A because that's going to be -5. Definitely not B. That's going to be 13. I have a feeling it's probably going to be C. 4 minus 6 root 4 plus L plus 9. Yep, that's 1. And that's going to be my answer. So it'll be C.
The number, and I feel like I'm doing it wrong.
No, you're not, because it won't matter. You pick any number you want, it will work. It won't matter. Now, I was like you. You know what I did? I actually would do this 2 or 3 times. So it's OCD. So I would pick another number. Let's try x equals 16, right? So you're doing root 16 equals y plus 3. So 4 equals y plus 3. So y would be 1. So then if I do 1 squared, of course it's 1, right? Now let's plug in 16 to each choice. Definitely not A, that's 7. Definitely not B, that's 25. Let's look at C, 16 minus 6 root 16 plus 9. There'll be 16 minus 6 times 4 plus 9. There'll be 16 minus 24 plus 9. What?
What's the connection?
How did I lose my connection? Oh,
Is it back again?
no, I'm good. I'm good.
Or maybe it was Valentina lost?
Probably Valentina. I'm good. Oh,
I'm unable to hear. See the math going on.
hold on. Okay. I did lose the connection for a moment. You can see it now.
Are you gonna do the modems in the house? I opened up some doors.
You know, I can use my hotspot too.
You think?
Yeah, that's supposed to be fine. I have 5G in here, so it's here.
So
Oh,
Here we go.
it's not plugging like finding numbers that you can plug in.
Correct. Yes.
That can give you like four,
Yeah.
that can give you.
That's something easy to work with and that I can match with one of the choices. I find out.
I don't know, I just said if you wrong for plugging a number like that.
No, we'll look at it again. We'll practice strategy.
Let's do a question. Are you wishing that you understood how to do it longhand
Like
to feel more comfortable? Is that part of it?
with all of them, like I'm having trouble because I'm like, why am I adding, I don't know, like something my brain doesn't click with like a random number.
We try more. Now you could do it this way also. So let's take out y by itself here, right? And I square both sides. And if you feel more comfortable this way, I'm not going to hold that against you. It's just sometimes this approach could be a little more labor intensive. And then you have to be careful because you have to do root x minus 3 times itself. So you have what we call the FOIL process. And you should get the correct answer. You should get this still. If you do it correctly, x. So, yeah.
I remember.
So,
But I tried to like go
Oh,
how about this? Let's do number 10. Okay.
well, I want
For number 10. Your question, go ahead.
so if I don't understand it, is there like video that can do like?
Yeah. So for yeah, I know because some of the algebra we have not seen yet, but definitely exponents you have not seen. 100%. So what we'll do is let's look at the beginning ones first. Well, we're gonna go through this in some pretty close detail. So and that's no, yeah, definitely I can share some conceptual videos. That's fine. Yeah, because you definitely need that for sure. I totally do.
We're talking about, you aren't here yet.
Because you've already seen it.
We've seen it, but we were talking about maybe trying to do, even though Miss Meg is not a math tutor, trying to get some videos and doing some of the beginning of algebra 2.
Yeah, actually, I do have that. Let me create a playlist.
Okay,
On
that'd be
that?
fantastic.
Yeah, because I think it'll help.
And then we can do them together, or you can do them separately, or whatever, you know.
So for number 10, to take a moment to read that one. There's a lot going on here. Cupcakes are on sale at 8 for C cents. You can buy 8 cupcakes for C cents. Gingerbread squares are on sale for 6 for G cents. So you basically buy cupcakes in an 8-pack. So you go to like say Safeway or I don't know, any or Nob Hill, what Rayleigh's, and you buy an 8-pack or Whole Foods. So I don't know if I say Whole Foods, I go there a lot. And then gingerbread squares, you buy a pack of 6, and it costs G cents. So what's the cost of 2 cupcakes and 1 gingerbread square? So here's what I do. Why do you think I'm doing that? Why do you think I let C be 16 and G be 12?
Because you're doubling.
Do 8 times 2, which is 16.
Correct.
Yeah, 16.
So what this tells me, with these numbers here, each cupcake is 2 cents each. Sorry, that's poor grammar. Each cupcake is 2 cents. Each gingerbread square is also 2 cents. That's what that tells me. Okay. Each cupcake is 2 cents. Each gingerbread square is 2 cents. I chose that. That was my choice. Can I let C equal any number? Sure. Can I let C equal like 14.38? Sure. Because maybe that would cost that. You know, if you go to like what's the Karis cupcakes is a really good one, or Susie cakes, I love those. They're like $4.95 and there's tax. Yeah, we'll come up to a weird number afterwards if I eat cupcakes, but let's just keep it simple, right? So I'm letting each cupcake be with 2 cents, each gingerbread square be 2 cents. Okay. So then the question is asking, what's the cost of 2 cupcakes and 1 gingerbread square? Well, if I think about it, 2 cupcakes and 1 gingerbread square, that's going to be 6 cents total. Right? Because it's 2 cents for each cupcake, $1 for a gingerbread square. 2 cents for 1 gingerbread square, right? So now, but I'm committed to letting C be 16 and G be 12. I'm committed to that. So you plug in 16 for C, you plug in 12 for G to every choice, and you want to see which of those 4 choices equals 6. Because 6 is the answer I want. Definitely not A. 8 times 16 plus 3 times 12, that's way too big. I'm not gonna waste my time calculating it. It's just way too big. I have a feeling B is gonna be too big also. Because if you use a calculator if you want, I mean you should use a calculator actually. I think that's 128 plus 72 over 3. Yeah, that's definitely not 6. If I do C, 8C, that's 128. You can use a calculator. Plus 36 divided by 14. That's going to be 164 divided by 14. I don't think that's going to be 6. So better be D, or I don't know what to do. 3C, that's 48. 2G, which is 24. Okay, I'm feeling okay now. I'm feeling much better. That's 72 divided by 12. Just 6.
I just want you to know there is no way when I took the SAT that I knew any of this, and I would have been doing the whole long thing out.
We didn't have me as a tutor, but
I mean, I didn't have a tutor and it was many moons ago, but. What do you think, Ariana, now that you saw that?
It's just like,
you got to practice.
yeah,
You got to practice.
just like not the long way.
I really put one for this question.
Yeah, you just got to keep practicing strategy.
Mia's
Um,
comment to that question was, huh? What a question.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What do you think of that approach now that you guys have seen it?
I like that approach. So the last question, I did the long way and it took me 4 minutes. 5 minutes.
The point of the approach is to give you confidence
Yeah,
because you're doing something that's concrete. You're plugging in a number, and then you're actually coming up with a hypothetical answer, right? Because you're hypothetically saying, hey, C is 16, G is 12. Here's the answer to the question. And then you're plugging those numbers back into the choices to see which one equals your new hypothetical answer. So that's really what you're doing.
is Valentina still on there? or-
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, I just, you don't have to bring her up, I just.
Yeah, this is good. Okay, let's move on to the next set. Okay, plug in the answer choice. This is working backwards. For example, for number 3, this is actually a more of an algebra 2 type question. Actually, I'll algebraically what to do, but what you could do is like assume A is the answer. So then you're doing this. But that's not going to work because that's 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, and that's 8 to the 0 power. That's 1, that's 16. It's not going to work. It's no good. So then I'm going to make an update. Let's make that 6 and 6. And I think that's going to be okay for us because then you're going to get 64 on the left side and 64 on the right side.
Hmm,
So now we know B is true. So A was no good when we assumed A was the answer. So it has to be B. May I have Valentina's question?
did you guys get that?
Oh, okay. Just get ready for bed. It's 10 o'clock.
Do you have a bedtime?
I think
She's like in a dorm kind of situation, but probably
Yeah.
turn the lights off on.
but still like, what's school looking at? They're doing
Boarding schools have that too. I
No.
already in boarding school.
or
Maybe, see, they got a little wiggly with that when Bertie was there, but
Yeah.
you have to at least be quiet.
you have to be quiet by 10:30 now.
Okay.
But you have a curfew until 11. on school. So,
Anyhow, other question I want to ask about math, about this set, or we can move on to the next set. Anything here you guys want to ask about? Which one?
next question. I think it was mainly the hard ones,
What?
like
Which one?
Look at that number 10, man.
yeah.
Okay.
Did or 11, one of those stuff?
No, because 11 we went over that,
We did actually. I do remember we
Okay.
did that. Yeah, we did.
but it was mainly. I don't know. It was the majority of the hard ones. I was like, what do
Okay, so let's look at 10. Can you read the question first? 12y equals x cubed. Great. X and y are positive integers. So you're committed to that. X and y have to be like whole numbers, right?
I have another question. Like, what's a good definition for integer?
A whole number.
Just a whole any whole number.
But it could be negative if they didn't put the word positive. If they said integer just period, then it could be like -5, could be 5, could be 10, -10, could be all those different options. But since they said positive integers, we have to stick with positive numbers. No decimals.
So,
No decimals, right? So anyhow, 12y equals x cubed, x and y positive integers was the least possible value for y. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the smallest number for y. Because if the answer is 6, why waste my time
Yeah.
with the other three? But how do I know 6 is going to work? What I'm going to do is I'm going to deliberately set y equal to 6. Now you can use a calculator here, or you can use Desmos. Because this is really going to slow my computer now. It's not doing too much. If you, and Desmos is built into the app, by the way, or you can use a calculator. It's up to you. If you do cube root, the cube root of 72, that is not an integer. 4.1601, that's a nasty number. Plus, if you think about it, 4 cubed is 64. And then you go higher, 5 cubed is 125. That's not going to make sense. So I'm going to try the next choice now. Let's try 18. And there's a more advanced way you could do it too, but I don't want to talk about that right now. And I'm just going to get lazy and use myself here.
so we should use our calculator.
A handheld might be a little easier, I would say. So I get 216. And if you were to cube root it, you'll get 6. Almost certain you get 6.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the answer is B. Because that guarantees that you that x and y are positive integers. Because you're assuming y is 18. Solve for x. X comes out nice and clean.
Yeah, I'm gonna write this.
And 18 is less than 144 and 216. Don't waste your time doing that. Now, why does that work? As a math teacher, I do care about the y's. You guys know about factor trees or prime factors? What are the prime factors of 12? What numbers can 12 be divided by? That are prime numbers. 6. Well, let's break it down. So what do you multiply to 6 to get to 12? 6 times, and then break down 6 even more. Perfect, good. That's great. That's awesome. Do the same thing for 18. How do you break that? Just break that any way you like. 6 and great. Break it down more. Perfect. Okay. How many 3s you got? How many 2s you got? Correct. They need to come in groups of 3 if it's a cube root. Cube roots must always come in groups of 3 for it to come out clean. Like cube root of 125 is 5 because think about it. How many times you have to multiply 5 to get to 125? 3 times, exactly. Yeah, that's what's happening. Yep.
Then you can also check it that way. Too.
Yep.
Okay, Mariana or Mia, pick one that you confused you.
But-
Put it out there.
Yeah, I will acknowledge this might be a little hard for this one, but let's back up. Let's just let's move on to the next set. Exponents, roots, and equations. Okay, take a look at number 3 here. You can use Desmos, right? I think we did this in Desmos, I think. Can't remember. Yeah, or you can just add the equations because the y's will cancel. 11x equals 33. Solve for x, you'll be fine. You can do that. That totally works.
Did you understand that? Did you understand it, we just said 3? Can
Yeah.
you repeat that?
Yeah, for number 3, you can use Desmos. You can plug in both equations into Desmos and see where they touch. Actually, let me show you right now. 4x minus 2y.
I don't know.
Oh, geez.
One is one. Oh, that is over.
Okay, is that
Yeah.
straightforward to you?
I just want to talk about. Hold on, I'm messing up pretty royally here.
Did you get that one? Number 3.
It's set 9.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and then you can just see where they touch,
Very cool.
and then now you know x and y, and they're asking for x, so it's 3. But you could have done this too. You could have stacked the equations like this.
That you did, right?
Yeah.
It's not that hard, and then if you add them up, 2y negative 2y cancel. Comes x equals 3.
Is there like a video on like all the like explaining all the tools of Desmo and like what they all mean?
I should make one, and I'll make one.
Because like sometimes I
Yeah.
want to use it, but I'm just like confused on what.
No, that's actually my next step because I'm using the summer to kind of build all my ST stuff. So the good news is that I now have all the verbal for reading and writing and math all organized, which is good. So yeah, that's the next thing I like to do. So yeah, I can make some short videos. That's not a problem. In terms of like strategies and Desmos, I think the plugin strategy would be good. Yeah, I think what I'll do is this. I'll probably make like short 3-4 minute videos, and
That'd be great.
yeah, no, that's not a problem. Because I think that's going to be a resource that because I'm going to be doing more of these kind of classes down the road. So yeah, no problem. Yeah, no, totally. I'll take care of that.
So were your guinea pigs?
What was that?
Were your guinea pigs for a
Yeah,
group?
yeah, kind of. In a way, well, I've done it. I did a boot camp of about a year ago, but it was the test was still pretty new back then. So
Yeah.
Other ones we want to talk about here. And by the way, like
On our beach.
no, okay.
Miss Meg was making, yeah.
Actually, hold on a sec. You want to talk about functions? Before we get there, though, well, in number 8. Okay, before we do that, let's take a look at number 6. And I also want to take a look at, oh boy, something's kind of crazy.
Yeah, number 6 and number 8, I both have I didn't know how to do.
This number 6, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is a way you could do this in a complicated algebraic way. I'm going to plug in numbers. This goes back to the first set. How do I know to plug in numbers? Because look at the choices. The choices are in terms of variables. That's the trigger. When you see variables in the choices, we should use that strategy to plug it in. So, and let's pick numbers that are easy to work. So, sorry, Anna, you're gonna help us out here. Let's pick some numbers.
Pick some numbers.
Pick some numbers for A and B. They're easy to do because they're square roots.
2 and 2.
Okay, root 2 is kind of weird. Root 5 is kind of weird. Those are both still weird. Perfect squares. Square roots. You're doing squares, square roots. Okay, good. Much better. 25, 36. Okay, thank you. Okay, so you got root 25 times root 36 over 3 root 25 minus 2 root 25. Okay, what's root 25? What's root 36? Okay, and then 3 times 5 minus 2 times 5.
Nice number choices, Mariana.
Okay,
I would have done smaller, yeah.
makes sense so far?
Yeah,
Okay, I would have done 4 and 9 personally, but it's okay.
that's what I would have done. Yeah.
It's okay, you're learning. So what's up top? 5 times 6. And down below is 15 minus 10. Which of course is 6. Now, take a look at B.
There it is.
What's root 36? There you go. It won't be A because that'll be 6 over 5. C would be 2 times 5 over 6. No, 2 times 5 over 36. No way. No way. And then the last one, no, that's just too large. It's not going to work.
You just times the ones on top to get and subtract the ones on the bottom.
Okay.
You can cancel them.
Okay. Not a problem.
I don't understand that. Can you show me that?
No. I know exactly what you're saying. So you have this, right? And then 3 root A minus 2 root A is root A. What happens? Okay, that's totally cool.
Right.
That's totally fine. I'm just doing this for those who can't see the algebra. You saw the algebra, more power to you. I'm not going to hold you back from that.
Excited to see it.
So, but where it does get kind of funky is number 8. This you have not seen yet if you haven't taken algebra 2. Let's hold off on that for now. I don't want to do that right now. That's a little much. We'll come back to that later. Another time.
Okay, I have my papers out. Let's write hold on that.
Can we get lights on, please, too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll switch it.
Yeah.
It's a little dark in here. Yeah.
Air okay?
I don't mind if you turn the air on, but I don't know if the girls will be cold.
Going on and off, like, because I get cold and I get hot, the girls are used to that. Okay.
Okay, so how about the functions? You asked about number 2, okay. All right. So
I'm too lazy.
okay.
No, I'm too lazy.
So what is it? Okay, so let's translate this graphically, right? So what does that mean? So if it has a 0, that means y equals 0. So where is y equals 0? At x equals -4, at x equals 2, and x equals 4. That's what it means. It just means we're across. So now if it crosses the x-axis of those places, this is the algebraic connection. That means that x plus x minus 4 is a factor. X minus 2 is a factor. And x plus 4 is a factor. Now think about it. Y's equation going to look like this? If I plug 2 into here, what's 2 plus 4? 6, right?
Oh, okay.
What's 2 minus 2?
0.
What's 2 minus 4? -2. But that's fine, but here's this factor. You have 6 times 0 times -2. Because you multiply by 0, the whole thing becomes 0, right? So I know that that's going to be the equation. I want my equation to have something like this, right? Now, whether x minus 2 is being squared or cubed, I don't know, but I need to have each of those 3. A does that for me. C does not, because I don't want x plus 2, I want x minus 2. Or you could work backwards and say, let's plug 2 in. That's cool. Let's plug -4 in. That's cool. Let's plug 4 in. That's cool. Okay. So A is good. B is no good because if I plug -4 in, it's not gonna make sense. So yeah, it's gotta be A.
Wait, why would it?
Give x plus 2. You plug 2 in, that's a problem. Get 4.
Okay.
Okay. Other questions on functions that you guys want to talk about? You have a question, maybe?
Have to throw in
Or
it?
else you got one? No.
Did you ask for one?
Oh, it's another 6.
This one here?
Yeah,
We did that one.
Yeah.
We just talked about. The one who said a hold on, Neil was on.
Oh, the whole.
Oh, number, yeah, we're gonna hold on this one for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, me asked about 6. Yeah, no, she asked a question. Yeah, she's good.
It was a requirement, so
Yeah.
you say.
No, everyone's contributing. Yeah. Um. Let's talk about 7, actually. 7's a good one. Okay, so f of x is the same thing as y.
Mm.
So y equals all that junk. Now, you might remember from Algebra 1, what technique could you use to solve this equation? If you replace y with 0, because that's what it's saying. F of x equals 0, just saying y equals 0. Do you guys remember the formula? That's what we use. What's that called? Quad form? What's quad form? Right?
Wait, plus
Hmm.
at that. I'll give you the square.
All over 2a. Now, I think they give that to you. I don't know. Yeah, it could be. But here, you don't need to know it, by the way, because I'm going to show you a workaround. But I think, let's see here.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people like to have to do a little like song that goes with it, but I'm not going to sing it.
Oh, no, now you have to.
Like x equals negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4c all over 2a. Like, it's not really a song, just they make it like a song. Yeah, actually, it's not given. Yeah, I lied. It's not given. It's only they just give geometry for us. So here's what we can do instead as a workaround. Desmos, just graph it, see where y is 0. It's going to give you a nasty decimal. That's okay. But then we'll work these out in Desmos also to match it up. Because to do quad form does take some time too. I think they're both equally labor intensive. So y equals 2x squared plus 8x plus 2. Okay, so you get those nasty numbers, right? Negative 3 point, actually. So now what I'm gonna do is sheesh, what's going on here? Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna type in negative 8 plus 4. And if you ever want to do square root, just type in SQRT. That's not what I want. What if I did negative 8 plus root 3? Nope. What if I did negative 2 plus root 3? I think that's one of them. Yep, that's one of them. Yep. If I do minus, yep. So that's the workaround. Actually, it wasn't that long. It took me just less than minutes. So I did is I graphed the equation. Why was I looking for x-intercepts? Because you're told f of x equals 0. F of x is y. I want y to be 0. Where on the graph is y 0? On the x-axis, right? On the x-axis. So now I know that. Cool. So those are the net decimal answers. Awesome. The problem is I don't see decimal answers in the choices, but that's okay because I can just plug this into Desmos. And don't worry about doing plus or minus at the same time. Just do plus, do minus afterwards. And A and B didn't work when I tried C. And once you have it typed in, then you just easily make the adjustments. Okay, I don't need an 8 now, I need a 2, but I'll keep the root 3. And it's pretty quick and easy. So that's a workaround. Is you don't have to know quad form. You don't need to know it. Any equation you want to solve, any equation can be done in Desmos, 100%. Okay, starting to look at time again. I just get carried away with these problems. So, we can do maybe one more math problem from the set. Then I just want to see if there are any reading or writing questions. I know you've been working on them.
Read a little bit, yeah, but.
Yeah, but so we could.
So Ariana and I did what, like, we didn't do, one thing I did not do with any of the kids was the rhetorical, the.
Analysis, okay.
Yeah,
We can go through that.
and,
It was because I had some that not someone that.
But you do need, it helps. That's a lot of reading for sure. That's definitely you want to a reader for sure, so.
Yes. Buddy, and then, yeah, so, okay. How was it for you guys? The ones at the end that had read the notes that the student took. That's what it's probably showing.
Yep.
Read the notes that the students took and then pick the. Is that easy or hard for you guys?
So let's do this. Let's do one more math question, then we can take a break.
Yeah.
Actually, we haven't done the geometry one. I mean, I know geometry was a pretty big one. Um, anything from geometry you want to ask about? And geometry is a small portion, so I felt more comfortable doing what we did so far.
Yeah.
Those are more critical questions, but anything from geometry you want to ask about, because I know everyone's.
Those 2 minds. And
That's true.
it's a little longer, but.
I feel like geometry wasn't too bad, but also. I get a note card too, on top of everything else that I get.
Okay.
So like, I had some of like cosines and the stuff. Like
Okay.
that one.
Okay. Yeah, and they do provide formulas anyway for these things, so. Okay, then maybe what we could do is we just briefly look at that. These topics. Expression ideas involve transitions, rhetorical analysis. Standard English conventions was like grammar, mainly punctuation.
Oh, did I not send it to you?
No, you did, I just.
Yeah.
You had some writing that we had that we wanted to ask about.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That one I did with Allison. I don't think I did that one with you. I think we
We
did,
did a bit.
I think we did this one.
No, this is.
Did we?
Oh, yeah, this one.
Okay, any questions at all?
Any questions on?
What?
I feel like we did too, but did we solve it? The reading was easy. The reading at the end, like the notes, the person took the note.
Oh, those long ones. I look at skin through it because those didn't read. I just try to listen to good.
I think three, I feel like we had a question. So.
Where?
Three on the
Yeah. Which one?
sentence structure part one.
Okay. Easy, medium, or hard?
Place and, let me see.
This one here?
Oh, cause you were saying that the semicolon is for places like but, and, or, right?
Yeah, or it's like a period. So you definitely don't want A or C, because it's not going to sound like a complete sentence if you say as early as 276 BCE. I'm like, well, then tell me more. Like, what about?
Yeah.
But I would have gone with B, that one. The dash is kind of weird. We could talk about dashes another time, but that's more if it's like a colon, like a longer pause if you're elaborating afterwards, or if you have a phrase in the middle of a sentence you don't need, we call it a non-essential clause. And if you're setting it off with 2 dashes, you can do that. We've seen that before. But that's not happening here.
We just started, I sent them something from Grammarly, semicolons versus colons.
That was helpful.
Yeah, and
But
then I was making poor Miss Mariana write last sentences. And then I had to throw in vocabulary words, and then I had to throw in albeit and all kinds of stuff, but. That's a foundational skill, a lot of them just never got,
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else here before we take a short break?
that was pretty
Okay.
The feedback I got from them was that the ELA was easier,
good.
but you haven't taken it.
Oh, I was gonna do it too until like all the your parents like no, don't do it like.
Really?
All right, so if you guys want to follow along, I have the Blue Book app open. Can you guys access the Blue Book app?
Isn't that like, yeah, I seen it. I saw it.
Yeah. Do you have it open right now? I'll wait for you guys to get caught up, but
Wait, is it like?
Yeah, it's
One,
Blue
3,
Book
4, 2.
exam, so we have it on our iPad.
Oh, okay. Can I see how it looks?
Use my laptop.
Actually, you guys can share.
1, 3, 4, 2.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, don't click on that.
Wait, I don't even think this might have one left.
Yeah, everyone sign in. You remember your password?
I never.
Oh, I've never signed in, okay.
But,
That's okay, you guys can follow along, it's okay. It's not a big deal. I just, if you guys wanna do some questions, but you guys can work, you guys can work with the screen.
So I didn't have it, so she's.
That's all right. Well, I'm gonna do one of these really fast. So what I'm doing is I'm doing a PST exam. I'm gonna deliberately not do any reading or writing, so I'm just gonna kind of just sort of.
What is my Apple password?
right here, exercise science and sports med. Bree's also doing that one.
Hmm?
Exercise science and
Did I
sports
guess I
med.
did
Yes,
that?
but anatomy and sports med.
You and Brown, you mean?
Yeah.
Who did you that?
I don't know. It was either that or my biology.
Okay, so this is module one. I'm gonna do it fast, and we want it, to open up the hard questions. So here, that's for the x-intercept. Where's this touching the x-axis? At what value? 4. There you go. That's it. Yeah, that's simple. Okay, if x equals 40, what is this going to be? There we go.
Period, Marty.
Yeah, pretty easy, right? Okay, if there are 840 students in a school auditorium, 50% are filled. So what's 50% of 840 or half of 840? Or look at the choices. Which one would be half of 840?
Wouldn't it just be 840 divided by 2?
Which is?
I can't do mental math, give me 20.
Look at the choices.
Divided by 2. What's about half of 800?
Isn't it like
420?
There you go. Yeah, don't overthink it.
I don't know.
Okay. What's 50x squared plus 5x squared when you combine them? There you go. Yeah, see?
Mariana.
Okay. Okay, the median is the middle number. So median is middle.
Wouldn't it be 8?
Oh, okay, yes, 8. So then the question is which of the following has the same median, which I think would be probably B. Yeah, because 8 would be in the middle there. Yeah.
So
We're scaring that, but then the next one's gonna be the hardest.
Next one has 10.
Okay. Okay,
It had 2 8s, that was confusing.
I'll let you read this one here.
It's 1200, sure. Just push okay,
Is
yeah.
it 24?
Yeah, because it's a ratio, because if you have 12 pounds in 3 minutes, 12 times 8 is 96, 3 times 8 is 24. Yep.
Right, what's the value of that?
You guys did trig in geometry last year? Sine, cosine, tangent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So SOHCAHTOA. Okay, so what you'd have to do is you have to do Pythagorean theorem to get the hypotenuse. Well, actually, you don't even need that. No, I'm talking crazy. Tangent is opposite over adjacent, right? So x degrees is up top. What's opposite 20? What's opposite x?
26.
Divided by 7.
26 divided.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna go a little fast now. Which one's closest to the slope? That slope's positive, right?
Mhm.
And
The first 2.
2 seems a little too high, so I'm gonna go 0.44. Because you'd have to go up 2 over 1. I'm not clearly not doing that. Line K is that. If you're parallel, do you guys remember what happens when 2 lines are parallel? They never touch, right?
Mhm.
So they have to have the same slope. What's the slope of this line right here? So I'm gonna do 1/4. By the way, when you type these in,
This is fun.
you can type it in as a fraction, but if you do as a decimal, you have to do the decimal and then 4 digits afterwards if it's repeating. Or you do 0.66. But you can't do it too soon, it will be incorrect. So you have to be mindful about that. Like if you cut it off too soon, it would be actually incorrect.
If you put the answer in too soon?
Not really kind of things.
If you cut off the answer, that's what I meant. Sorry, not fast. If it's a repeating decimal, but you don't truncate it up to 4, you truncate it up to 2
Oh, so
or 1, it'd be wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I did that on mine.
Truncate, put that on your list.
If it's a repeating decimal, that's only, okay, what can you factor out of here? What's common among all 3 of these terms? What are they all divisible by? Good. So, there we go. Okay, I'm just gonna do this fast. It's gonna be that one. Just trust me. You have to replace f of x with 58 and solve for x.
Okay.
This is a really good
That's
thing.
angle here, 63.
Okay, yeah, geometry. Yeah, I'll let you guys think about this one here.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yep,
Oh, wait.
I'll go back.
9 times 7.
9 times 7 is 63. But you get a calculator, so you can use a calculator if you need to.
Like this, yeah.
Yeah, because if it's like this here, that's 9 and the area is 63.
So it's 9 times 7.
Correct, right. X is gonna equal 3 here.
Okay.
We have, oh,
Just subtract
So
8.
y equals 9 plus 14 times 51 plus 48.
Look at Miss Meg here.
48.
All right, good job.
Old fashioned math.
Yeah, I mean, anyway, I know you guys can do the calculation. I'm just gonna go fast.
Okay.
Um, Here you want to get s by itself, so I got subtract t, then divide by 7. Here, x over y is equal to 12 over t.
All over t. When x equals 156.
And divide by that, which I think is 13.
12 times 12 is 144.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 13.
Yeah, we'll keep moving fast. Sorry, we'll slow down.
Oh, you can go faster. I'm just having fun
Okay, 241.
watching you.
What is the value of a? I think that's gonna be 3. No, that's y-intercept, so that should be 241. Yeah, okay. Here, if that's 58, that's 58. So that's gonna be this problem right here.
no, yeah, this,
These are the same.
yeah.
And this has to be 122.
Goes together with 180.
And they have an equation here for y. So it should be 57.
Oh, boy.
5, 5. At most 5s. Yeah, it should be -2. Okay, sorry, I'm not doing this a little fast in. This one here, you can add the equations to get rid of the y's. You can use Desmos, but just add them. These go away, these go away. 2x equals 12. That's what they want. 2x. Notice they put 6 as a trap because x is 6.
What's the value? 2x. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
This is okay for those who haven't graphed parabolas or done algebra 2 yet. This is a U shape. That's how the graph would look. You can use Desmos if you need to. If you graph in Desmos, you'll find the graph will look kind of like this. You have to find the low point here. which is at -7, 4. But they want the x value that gets you that, which would be, of course, -7. And then lastly, this one here. Yeah, if you haven't had algebra 2 yet, this is gonna be too hard, because you haven't learned it yet. If you go 3 down, so you gotta drop it by 3, 4 right, do that one. Okay. I am almost sure we got every single question right. Okay. Now we're gonna slow down. Now we've opened up the hard questions. This is the part that I really want. Okay. Now, I'll let you guys simmer on this one here. And if you ever get stuck, you can always skip around, just so you know. You can always skip around. Let's start with this one here.
During that short test?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, both. Yeah. I mean, within the module.
Oh, your mom is texting me. Yeah. Maybe just read that, what is it, this email from us? Oh.
So you can't go over 14. You have to add them up. It's yeah. Yep. Yeah. It's a little weird, right? Okay. What do you think about number 2? So infinitely many means that any number could work for x. Also, from a graphical perspective, it means that both equations are the same line. So 3x plus 21 is a line, right? That kind of has a positive slope and positive y-intercept. So what must k equal to guarantee that they're the same line? Oh, yeah, there we go. Yep, you got it. So you could use Desmos if you like. You can graph it and see what the y-intercept is, but you could also do this. Um, move the get y by itself. So move the 12x divided by 2. Oh, it should be 9. Yikes. So there you go. You get 9. So now we're getting things are a little weird, right? Um, so what does the x-axis represent? The horizontal axis. What is that representing? How about the vertical? Height, great. So when you see 1 comma for 1 second, what's your height? Remember height's y. What's the y coordinate here? Yeah, good. 4.8 feet. Or meters, sorry. So I'm looking for an answer choice that says that. It's totally gonna be A. Okay. A little weird. Just gonna let you guys look at it. use your intuition. Kind of deals with statistics and surveys. So margin of error means how far you're allowed to be from the middle. So like, for example, when we had the presidential race, like they said Trump was at 48% with a plus or minus 3. So it means you could got 51% of the vote or 45% of the votes because you go 3 above or 3 below the mean or the middle. So if 20.5 is the middle, you can go one higher or one lower. It's a yeah, because it's possible, right? We don't know for sure because it could be wrong. But yeah, the C is there to throw you off a little bit. Yeah, I go A. Um, Frequency means how often the number shows up. So 19 shows up 7 times, 21 shows up once, 23 shows up 7 times, 25 shows up 4 times. So the 19 shows up 7 times. So those are the first 7 numbers I have to write. I have to write 19 7 times. I'm not gonna write 7 times because I'm being kind of lazy. But then 21 shows up once. What happens after 21? And then 25 shows up. Correct. So what's the lowest value here? That's it. That's all I gotta do. So what they've done is that they took a list of numbers and put it in a table. So you're interpreting the table.
Okay.
The table tells us that 19 shows up 7 times. The 21 shows up once. 23 shows up 7 times. And 25 shows up 4 times. So of all those numbers, what's the lowest? Of course, 19. Because yeah,
Oh, that's it.
that's the lowest number. Yep, that's all.
No.
Okay, let's get crazy. Um, okay, actually, so remember we talked about quad form? And that's kind of a crazy equation. You could do x equals all that junk, right? I'm not gonna write it out, but we talked about it. But how can I use the resources that are available to me to do this problem? Yep, and see it's built in right here. It pops up like that. I don't even have to use, yeah, because they don't want you using the website, so they just pop it in here. But they turn off everything else, so you can't cheat. 5x minus 37x minus 24. Whereas across at negative 0.6 or at 8, I do see 8 and you want positive, so there you go. Yeah, that's it. Let's see. Actually, the one we just looked at was a good one. See what else they have here.
Can you save this for us to do another time, or does it go away?
You could access this. This is just go to the blue book. It's PST1. Save the problems.
Yeah.
I can't.
Is this a one-time access and the next time you do it, the questions are different?
Not necessarily. This is actually still the same questions. If you go to PST1, you'll see the same questions. Yeah, you'll see the same ones. We'll do a couple more and then we'll stop for today. Okay, take a look at this one here. So we're just going to read this problem.
Yeah. A bus traveled on the highway and on local roads to complete a trip of 160 miles, period. The trip took 4 hours, period. The bus traveled at an average speed of 55 miles per hour, parentheses, mph, parentheses, on the highway and an average speed of 25 miles per hour on local roads. if X is the time, comma, in hours, comma, the bus traveled on the highway. And Y is the time, comma, in hours, comma, and traveled on local roads. Which system of equations represents this situation?
Thank
So how many hours total? For the trip? And what do X, Y represent? X is the time you spend on the bus, and Y is the time you spend on, sorry, you're obviously on a bus. So X is the time spent on the highway, and Y is the time spent on the local road. So X plus Y has to equal 4 for sure. So it's down to B or D. And then what was the speed on the highway? 55. Was the speed on the local road? 25. So 55 has to go next to X, 25 has to go next to Y. I'm gonna go B on that one. So we're translating it. Okay, this is the last one. This is like truly crazy. But we make it less crazy with Desmos. Okay. Okay. So you have this equation here: 64x squared minus 16a plus 4b plus x plus ab equals 0. A and B are called positive constants. The sum of the solutions is that
Gee,
K is a constant, is that K. Okay, this drives people a little nuts.
okay.
Here's what you can do. They said A and B are positive, right?
Mhm.
Give me numbers for A and B. Give me easy numbers that are positive.
you.
Okay, so what's your equation now? 64x squared equals, sorry, minus 20x plus 1 equals 0. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to graph that in Desmos.
Wow.
And it won't matter what you choose, by the way. It won't matter. 64x squared minus 20x plus 1. Okay. So where is that touching the x-axis? These really wacky numbers, right? So 0.0625 plus 0.25. That's the sum of the solutions. They said so, right? That's going to equal K times 4A plus B. What are A and B? Yeah, 4A plus B. But what do we let A and B both equal?
Oh,
1 each. So 5K. And that's 0.3125, I think. So if I did 0.3125, 0.065. Yeah. And so that stands for that one. So I'm not going to score because we didn't do all the questions, um, but yeah, that's what happens. Actually, it was just like a brag that I got all module one correct. 0.06. Obviously oh, didn't like that. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it's not going to be a great score.
well, because you didn't do a lot.
Correct. Oh,
Do you get your scores right away on the real time?
no, you don't. They take some time because I think they want to kind of make sure the scores seem fine.
Sometimes they use this.
Valentina had something that was lost. Valentina took something and it was lost.
If you. Nothing happened.
Oh, no.
My phone.
But other exams like for graduate school, like they do give you the scores right away. Okay, so I got 580 math. I got the low score for wait, what? Hold on. Wait, doesn't make any sense.
You read it.
Wait, I'm confused now.
You get a 990.
So 200 means you didn't take it.
Wait, what? Hold on. Oh, it's PST. Duh. Sorry. There it is right there. My apologies. That's out of once. It's out of 1520, I think. Yeah, so you can see if like for math, Yeah, we didn't miss a math question for module 1. And then module 2, yeah, but yeah. So anyhow, they were.
Yay.
Yeah, but I just wanted to show you how that looks. So that was kind of, so now you understand like how the test is designed. So so definitely make sure you get access to your College Board account and do a practice test. And then I'll ask you to share the results with me before next Monday.
Wait, no,
And
do we just like
the
create-
blue book. Yeah, it's actually pretty simple. Yeah, just create an account. Actually, you know, I'll do this. I'll make a video just to show how to do it. Yeah, I'll make a video. It's pretty easy. So
There's no technology ability in this woman, so anything that.
okay, no problem.